Yes, I'm making an update video after nearly 3 years. It's been nearly 3 years since I did my video on how to set up your own home radio studio using Spotify. If you haven't watched that, you're watching this for the first time and you want to know how to set up your own home studio using Spotify, go and watch it. Go and watch it and then come back. This is just simply an update, just going to talk a little bit about internet radio and stuff like that and how things are going. Obviously you can see I've got a new studio set up here in the flat. Move things around a little bit. Used to be all over there and I had to stoop down to use it, and like that on the mixer. Not good for your back. Now all I have to do is sit here like this, get my mic here. I'm not using this mic, by the way, this condenser mic. I'm using these gaming headphones. They're quite cheap, so maybe the audio isn't going to be as good as if I was using this. How am I using gaming headphones? Through an amplifier. Hang on, let's just get some music going. There we go. See, I'm gonna turn that down, turn it up. I could turn the volume up and down on these gaming headphones as well, so I can turn it back up again. Just got to be careful. Well, what you can do is you can buy, it's no good plugging gaming headphones into a mixer because they need 5 volts to work. What you do is with gaming headphones, you usually plug them into your computer, don't you? You plug them into the mic socket and the headphone socket on your computer. Or you get gaming headphones with a USB that plugs straight in. Or you can do what I do, you get a little adapter like that. And in the back, you can plug your gaming headphones in and then plug them into your USB in the computer, okay? All these little adapters you can get at Amazon. What you can do, I'm using a small amplifier just here. So I've plugged the gaming headphones into the small amplifier, small Behringer, which has the 5 volts. It's actually meant for gaming. So it has the same plugs you have on your computer. Yeah. And then in turn I've plugged that into my main mixer. So I've just outputted it into my main mixer, and then I've had to input the main mixer back into the small mixer. So don't try that at home, kids. Honestly, you've just got to watch it because you could blow your eardrums out, because there are so many different ways of turning the volume up. This is basically, these gaming headphones are plugged into this channel here, and if I push that fader up, it would distort. Look how low the main mix is. It's right down here. If I push that up, it'd probably damage my hearing, blow my eardrums out. So I'm always very cautious when I set things up like this. Plus I've had to adjust the volume on this little mixer, and I've been messing around with the volume. I'm very careful when I do it. So I wouldn't recommend it. It could damage your hearing. If you want to hook gaming headphones up so you're hands-free, that's why I'm using them, and I'm not using this. Okay, I could just pop the volume up on this, and this would come through the amplifier and into the recording. I've got my iRig recorder hooked up to my phone. That's how, and that's hooked up to an output here on the mixer. You just wanted to know that, so you get an iRig adapter. And make sure that's hooked up to your output on your mixer and then into your phone. Okay, that's how I'm doing that. That's how you're hearing everything on the mixer. If you want it, I could just use this one, but otherwise I've got to hide behind this mic the whole time. I want to be hands-free when I'm doing this video, so hence why I'm using these gaming headphones. But you can get adapters, like 1/4-inch adapters, so your mic can plug into the mic input sockets on your mixer, or XLR adapters, so you would then plug from your gaming headphones your mic into the XLR adapter, which will have 5 volts, separate 5 volts, and then into your mixer. all you do with the headphones is plug that into the headphone output on your mixer, and then you can use gaming headphones safely on a mixer there. But I'm just taking a bit of a risk with this. I haven't got the adapters, so hence that's how that's set up, but do so at your own risk. I wouldn't recommend it. What have I been doing since I last made a video about how to set up a studio in your own home? I still use Spotify, but now I'm not using that little laptop or anything anymore. That's over there. I'm using my main computer screen, so everything I need is here, in front of me. So exactly the same setup, but everything is right in front of me, and it's much better for my back and everything like that while I'm recording a show. And I still record into my Tascam over here. I'm not going to keep moving the camera. That takes a lot of editing and stuff like that. This is just a quick video. So I've got my Tascam recorder over here. I can record the audio into that, okay, and then I just upload that onto Mixcloud. Now Mixcloud is fully licensed. I keep getting close to the mic for some reason. I don't need to do that. I can go up there. I'm not using it. This is hence why I'm using the headphones. So the Mixcloud, if you get a Mixcloud account, you can record your shows with copyrighted music and put it up on Mixcloud, and it's perfectly right because Mixcloud are fully licensed. You don't need a PRS or a PPE license, okay? If you wanted to broadcast yourself live, you need to get those licenses. You need PPE and a PRS license. Here in the UK, it's different in other countries, it's different in the United States. You would need one of those. Plus you would need a platform to operate on, which is also licensed. They have to have the license, the platform, and you have to have the licenses. And it costs about £1,000 altogether to run a radio station like that. So I'm not paying £1,000 to do that, so I will always upload my shows onto Mixcloud, so it doesn't cost anything. You could use Spreaker. Now a lot of people say, "Whoa, Spreaker! I've got Spreaker on here." Easy to become a login member of Spreaker and upload the Spreaker Studio. It just takes minutes. It's so straightforward, and then you can record live. You can hook your mixer up, to Spreaker. All you have to do is make sure that the mixer's USB is hooked up to your computer, okay, and then that your TRS, the red buttons, remember the red buttons, the one on the left is down and the one on the right is up. That's how I've got it set up today, and that means everything outputs out of the mixer into your Spreaker Studio, okay, and you get that set up. There's one downside with Spreaker. Spreaker's not licensed for copyright music, okay? You have to play copyright-free music or your own music on Spreaker. You could have a talk show, that's fine. If you play copyrighted music, they're not licensed for it. You could have the licenses yourself. You could have the PRS license, a PPE license, or whatever your broadcast license is. It still means you can't broadcast on Spreaker. How annoying is that? You can't broadcast on there. Some people risk it. Once again, I'm not endorsing that. I'm not telling you to do it. Some people risk playing copyrighted music on Spreaker, okay, and they get away with it, and they'll play it for years and years and years, and they never get any repercussions because of it. Okay, so a lot of people do that and get away with it, but it is illegal. It's breaching copyright. So I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. So you can hook Spreaker up to your radio station and broadcast live using Spreaker. It's easy to do. It's easy. There are videos on how to do it on YouTube. I don't need to show you how to do it. And the studio, it took me 5 minutes to load their studio up, so you can record live, or you don't have to record live. You can just record offline. What I do, like I say, I record everything into my Tascam over there, and then put it up on Mixcloud. Yeah. All right. Anything I've put on Spreaker, you have to find copyright-free music, and that's a bit of a nightmare. You can risk it though. You can risk copyright music. So that sort of pretty much covers Spreaker. Okay, the bed music I'm playing in the background is by Kevin MacLeod. That's copyright free. So this, let's turn it up, turn it down. And I've got it on a loop at the moment on my Mixcloud. I normally play my music off of my main computer here. Okay, on Spotify. Watch my video on how to set all that up, and then I use my iPad, which is down there. Make sure the iPad is offline, and then you can use that on Spotify to play your bed music, and you just simply hook that up into another channel. I don't have to go through that again. I've got a whole video explaining that. So it's had quite a few views, and I've got quite a few subscribers because of it. What else do I do apart from home studio radio shows or podcasts? I also do community radio in my local town, which is the town of Bicester. It's called Radio Bicester, or Why We Media. You can Google that, look it up. You'll find my show. It's called The Listener and Sean Show. Okay, there'll be a big menu of shows. There's lots of really good shows on there covering lots of different topics. And it's a podcast. We don't do live anymore. We haven't got the licenses. They wanted to get rid of the licenses to save money. Okay, so we just do podcasts down at the studio, but we have the full studio facilities there. We were able to broadcast. We also broadcast on Apple Radio, but we were broadcasting on Spotify, you see, because they've got the licenses. PRS, PPE and all of that. But then Spotify turned around and said we need a special broadcast license to broadcast on Spotify. They moved the goalposts, which was a bit annoying, so we can't put our shows on Spotify without that. However, I'm really enjoying the shows at the community radio station. I do it every Monday, record it every Monday, so there's a new show every week. What if you wanted to do that? So you want to do community radio. Oh, if you got to be like a professional DJ, you go and have a look at a community radio's site. You'll see pictures of the DJs like this, behind the mics, things like that. You know, hey, looking cool, all the Alan Partridge stuff, or trying to look cool. And you might find that a bit daunting. All those DJs on community radio, especially the radio, they're just like me. They're just like you or I. They've rocked up there, probably no experience in radio. Some of them do, but they have got themselves a show. And the one I go to has a producer. There's a management team there, and they help you out. They show you all of this. They show you all the tips and tricks on how to do an internet radio show. I basically got on Facebook. I looked up, I went on Google, I looked up, is there a radio station in Bicester apart from mine? And yes, there was. And so what I did is I got it on Facebook. I started listening to their broadcast, but I also got their Facebook page. And one day there was a post on there saying we're looking for presenters. Email this address. That's what I did. I emailed the address. I said I'm interested in doing a radio show. Cut a long story short, they said come down and have a chat with us. I went down there, and basically the chat just turned into me telling them what show I wanted to do, and they said right, start in 2 weeks' time. Come down and we'll start you with your new show. And I thought, wow, hang on a minute, that was a bit quick. And I was nervous as hell when I went down there to do my first show. It was live as well. I was so nervous. I was almost hoping that they would actually, almost in a way, I really wanted to do it, but I was almost hoping they would text me to say it's cancelled, but it wasn't. And it was the best thing I ever did. I got there, I did the show, the adrenaline was pumping, it all went well. That was about 3 years ago, and I haven't looked back. And if you scroll down the website, you'll see pictures of DJs on there. Some of them don't have their own pictures. There's a picture of me on there, and anyone wanting to do the show might think, oh God, look at him, he's a professional. I'm not. I've never done it before I went to the community radio. So that's what you do. You've just got to have the kahunas to go down there, email them, say I'm going to do it, and it builds your confidence up massively. Next week we're doing political interviews because we've got a general election coming up here in the UK. So we're interviewing all the local candidates from all the different parties over the next week. We're doing that. It's going to be pretty exciting. So all the shows are kind of on hold until that's done, and then we go back to our normal show. Okay. What else was I going to say? I think that's about it, really. Just like I say, a quick update. I put on my YouTube channel, I do put links to shows I've done. I put a link to the latest one on Spotify, alright? Okay. You might want to have a listen to that. I'm kind of going against my own advice in it, I will say. And there are links to other shows there if you want to listen to them on my YouTube channel. Just have a look at the videos and you'll see it. I've got all sorts of videos. I've got dodgy videos where I'm playing a bass guitar. I've sold the bass guitar. You'll be pleased to know I don't play that. I play it really badly in the videos. Okay, real bad. But I just thought I'd do another radio video. Hopefully I should do a few more, and maybe even a video down at the studio in Bicester. Okay, that's long enough me chatting in this video. Till next time, till the next video, we'll see you soon.